Eighth one is the Red Rowdies. Let's get loud. Let's represent. Houston Rockets, what time is it?
They are certainly impressive. Let's do this in Houston. The drive right to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Ricky Rubio. Good start. He's made his first shot.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Harden, his first effort, off the mark. To Anthony. Jazz have the ball. Rubio to Favors. And abuses the rim with the slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Harden in possession. Down 4. Fires the 3. James Harden. First couple didn't go. That one is true. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Jay, 48 wins for Utah last year. Good for 5th in the West. What's the forecast now?
I know Jazz fans may hate me on this one, but they'll be 5th or worse. And the reason why I'm saying this is that every team above them has 2 superstars or more. Think about Houston, CP3, James Harden. Golden State, okay? They have 5 All-Stars on their team. Portland, Dame Lillard, C.J. McCollum. Also OKC, Paul George, and you think about Russell Westbrook. Who is going to be that second superstar to go along with Donovan Mitchell is a big-time question for Quinn Snyder.
It's good, and 1.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. Lead is 4. Utah ball. Grayson Allen. To Favors. No! Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Beyond the arc for 3. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and 1. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw is good. It's back to a 1-point game. Paul across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Here's a chance from long range. Ingles with the rebound. Favors to Gobert. Rudy Gobert. 2 of 4 now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Harden to Paul. Oh, he had him there for a second. Paul. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Utah's got it. To Gobert. Rudy Gobert. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that. Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
It's Jazz ball. Grayson Allen. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Ooh, crisp ball. 4 out of 7.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys. A given.
Capella. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here's Harden with the rock. To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Favors with the rebound. To Gobert. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Rockets have it. That'll do it for the first quarter with the Rockets in front. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
A filling out process between each teams and also, Ed, a filling out process with the referees. A lot of quick whistles. The game is being called differently. Look to see how both teams adjust.
To Allen. Backcourt. Paul. Gobert with the rebound. To Favors. Joe Ingles. Mitchell. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Mitchell. And the rebound by Nene. Paul with it up top. Minute gone by in this second quarter. fires the three. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
To Favors. Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket, so possession stays with the Jazz. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Rudy Gobert returns last year. The Jazz go on their run. Jay, how reliant is Utah on the Frenchman?
I would say pretty heavily, considering he's the reigning NBA Defensive Player of the Year. And his footwork on the perimeter to guard pick and pops, especially in the West where people are playing small ball, is imperative for this team. This team has to win it on the defensive end. That is the mentality of the Utah Jazz. Old school, like the old days of Byron Russell and John Stockton. That's the way they'll win games.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Has a chance, and he knocks it down, Jay.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Grayson Allen to Gobert. Rudy Gobert. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Now Paul with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. To Harden. He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
Wow, maybe a design disruption right there. Or probably just an accident.
Tucker. Paul. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Utah with the possession. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Harden buries the wide-open three. That's too easy. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
Rudy Gobert at the line. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Paul into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Capella to Anthony. Oh, he had him there for a second. Anthony to Paul. 4-3. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing. Your confidence.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
To Anthony. Big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Mitchell with the basketball. Trailing by 11. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
To Harden. From long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Houston with the basketball. Paul, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Rubio. To Gobert. Shot from the lane won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Harden to Anthony. They work it to Capella. Down low. Whoa! What a finish! This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
It's Paul for two. A tough shot. Hands in his face. He makes them pay.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
That's it. First half has come to an end. It's been all Rockets. One-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Who left in Houston? Luke Bamute to the Clippers, Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without two key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively, but he needs to make that applicable to the defensive end. Michael Carter-Williams is another big acquisition. He's a bigger guard who can use his length to deter shots. And also another kid, Markel Brown, who played at Oklahoma State, extremely athletic, explosive on the perimeter. If these guys can do it by committee, that might be enough to eclipse the Golden State Warriors.
To Gobert. He was hacked. They let it go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
James Harden. He's 4 for 8. That's 50%.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Rubio to Joe Ingles. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Harden to Anthony. Harden. He was all over him. To Joe Ingles. Knocked loose. Mitchell. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Mitchell with it up top. His guys trail by 10. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Rubio. To Favors. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Derek Favors at the line. First one goes down.
Easy layup.
And gets both to drop at the line. It's Rockets ball.
I got ball.
For three. Right there, Jay. His 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Jazz will take a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Jay, we talk about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke. The way he spoke to me really got me to buy in. He taught me that it was about being part of something bigger than yourself. And when you buy into what Quinn Snyder preaches, that's how you end up beating OKC in the first round NBA playoffs.
Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Hey, right here. Ice.
Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Oh, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
Harden, and he knocks it down. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on him.
Has a look. Mitchell's shot comes up empty. Rockets in control of the basketball. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Gobert. Why even try?
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Mitchell. And the Rockets have the rebound. Paul into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Trying to cash in to Paul. Beyond the arc for three. Message received. Well defended. From the painted area, won't go down. Paul across the timeline. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. No good. Defense catching a break there. Nice pass to get things going.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Third quarter comes to an end. The Rockets way out in front. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Here's a chance from long range. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. Rockets have the ball. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Ball's tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. After the tie-up, let's see who can retain it. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Paul trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark to Favors. Ricky Rubio. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
To Joe Ingles. Inside, he scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Paul, great feed. Finish that. Kicks it around the perimeter. Tucker to Paul. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. To Gobert. Houston takes over. Paul lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed. You're being efficient with your jump shooting. Your passes are crisp. You're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Donovan Mitchell rejects it. That's his third block this evening.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Mitchell smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And now Houston has the basketball. Ricky Rubio snatching it out of the air. Third block this evening.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Capella. Here's CP3. Jumper's good. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. To Harden. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Favors. And abuses the rim with the slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
And draws the contact. So, Rudy Gobert going to the line for 2 shots.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Nene to Harden. Oh, they called the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Anthony. Jay Crowder sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Rubio. Knocks it down from mid-range.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First free throw is good. Second to 3, got it. And he missed it. 2 for 3 on this trip. Has a chance. Favors can't get it to go. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. That does it for my